What is your favorite World Cup? There are many that come to mind, namely 2006, 2014, 2022, and probably the most popular, 2010. The 2010 World Cup was a sight to behold. It was from the get-go an iconic World Cup, from songs and waving flag, Waka Waka, which are remembered fondly today, to intense, nail-biting, last-minute drama. Easily the most dominant team in that tournament was Spain. They were by far the best team on paper and in execution. In this video, we will do a deep dive into how the Spanish national team managed to dominate this World Cup. But first, we need context. Spain, before this, hadn't had any major international success, except Euro 1964, which was a long time ago. But all of this started to change when a certain Dutchman retired. Of course, I'm talking about Johan Cruyff. When he came to Barcelona as a manager, he brought with him a tactical style that had never been seen before. The name was tiki-taka. This brought stardom to Barcelona and revitalized the team. Even after he left the manager role of Barcelona, the style endured. It even started to improve when Pep Guardiola took charge of Barcelona and absolutely flung the team into stardom, winning literally everything. Coming back to the national team, they had many players who played for Barcelona and played under the successful tiki-taka style. The manager, Del Bosque, thought, why not implement this style of football into the Spain national team? And the idea worked. You see, tiki-taka's philosophy is built on having possession and circulating it around. This tactic generally has many short passes and usually creates a triangle around 3 players. This is the very basics of tiki-taka. The goal is to make quick short passes and quickly go up to the pitch and beat the press of opponents. And Spain executed this tactic perfectly. Spain walked into Euro 2008 and stormed their way to the title. But in the 2010 World Cup, we saw the best of Spain's tiki-taka. They had high expectations going in after the Euro's victory. They were ranked number 2 in FIFA's best national teams. Spain were drawn into a group with Chile, Switzerland, and Honduras. Not too tough of a group. They had their opening game against Switzerland, but shockingly, they lost 1-0. But taking a look at the statistics, Spain were dominant. They managed a very impressive 63% possession rate and had triple the shot attempts of the Swiss and more shots on goal. And even crazier, Switzerland hadn't won the last 5 matches they had played. Spain were very, very unlucky to lose this match. No matter though, because in their next game against Honduras, they bounced back with 2 goals from David Villa. Once again, Spain dominated possession-wise and dominated in their chances created. They finished top of the group on goal difference and qualified to the next round. In the round of 16, they faced nearby neighbors Portugal, led by Cristiano Ronaldo. But Spain started off hot, with Fernando Torres cutting inside and unleashing a shot that was just saved by Eduardo, the Portuguese keeper. In the 20th minute, Portugal unleashed a power shot. It's just about parried away by Casillas, but another Portuguese player goes for the header, but Iker Casillas makes a magnificent save to keep Spain in it. The first half ends 0-0. Early in the second half, a cross from Ramos is sent straight into Fernando Torres' head, but once again, Eduardo makes the save. But finally, the deadlock is broken. Xavi makes a brilliant back pass that connects with David Villa, and although his first shot is saved, he manages to get the rebound. 1-0, Spain. And the game would end like this, a narrow but convincing victory. Looking at the statistics, Spain was extremely dominant, managing a feat of 61% possession and tripling the shots on goal of Portugal. In the quarters, Spain would face Paraguay. It was a very cagey first half, with not many big scoring opportunities. The only notable ones were in the 28th minute when Xavi got on the other end of a pass and from far out tried his chance on goal, but it went just over the bar. The biggest chance, however, was just before the half ended, when a long ball from the Paraguayans saw Nelson Valdez connect with the ball. He took a touch and shot, and the ball went in, but unfortunately it was ruled offside. The first half ended in once again a 0-0. Early in the second half, though, a corner came in and Oscar Cardozo was just about to connect with it, but he's pulled back by Gerard Piqué before he falls to the ground. Penalty to Paraguay. Oscar steps up to take it, but Iker Casillas makes the save to keep Spain in it. Shortly thereafter, Spain got a penalty of their own. Xabi Alonso steps up to take it and smashes it home. 1-0 Spain. But wait, a few Spanish players entered the box before he shot. The penalty must be retaken. This time, Xavi Alonso steps up again, and the goalkeeper makes the save. By a miracle, Paraguay stay in it. But not for long though, as Spain keep pressing. A free kick from Xavi nearly goes in, but is just out. But just when you think that the game is going into extra time, Pedro is 1v1 with the keeper. But it goes off the post. But David Villa is ready for the rebound and taps it home to give Spain the win against Paraguay. Villa is really shaping up to be one of the best players of the tournament. And now, for the first time, Spain had reached the semifinals in a World Cup. And players like Iniesta, Xavi Alonso, Casillas, and David Villa have helped this team get here. But now, up next, they were facing giants in Germany, who had already won the World Cup twice and just beat Argentina 4-0 in the quarters. The young star Thomas Muller had already scored 4 goals, and their older players like Miroslav Klose have scored plenty as well. Spain had a very tough road ahead of them. Anyway, the semifinal match began and Spain started off hot. In just the 5th minute, David Villa is sent through by Xavi and nearly scores, but Neuer reacts quickly and blocks the ball. In the 13th minute, a cross is sent in by Iniesta and Puyol has a clear-cut header but misses it. In the 63rd minute, Xabi Alonso makes a pass to Ramos, but unfortunately, he didn't connect properly with the ball. When would the deadlock break? And who would it come from? Well, the Germans tried it in the 69th minute, when a cross comes in and Cruz takes the shot, but Iker Casillas keeps the Spanish in it. Spain then retaliated with their own cross into the box, and Puyol gets onto the end of it and makes it 1-0 with just 17 minutes to go. And Spain managed to hold on. For the first time in Spanish history, they made it to the finals of the World Cup. The last team they would have to overcome is the Netherlands. They already had players like Arjen Robben, Van Persie, Huntelaar, and Wesley Sneijder who had already scored 5 goals in the competition. This wasn't going to be an easy final. In fact, this game was considered the 3rd most violent game in the World Cup this century, only behind the Battle of Nuremberg between the Netherlands and Portugal and the Battle of Lusail between Argentina and the Netherlands. The final begins very cagey. It's a mostly midfield battle and lots of fouls are being made. One from Puyol, one from Van Persie, one from De Jong, and not many clear-cut chances are being created. But a cross is whipped in from Spain and Sergio Ramos gets on the other end of it, but the keeper makes the save. Just before the half ends, Robben cuts inside and takes a shot, but Casillas makes the save again. In the 61st minute, this happens.
Sneijder.
Right here, Robben has the chance to make World Cup history for his nation, 1-on-1 with the keeper.
Well, it's through for Robben.
It's a massive save from Casillas to keep Spain in it. And now a cross is whipped in and the Dutch defender makes a giant mistake, but David Villa can't capitalize. Xavi sends through David Villa, but the defender blocks his shot. Xavi sends in a corner and Sergio Ramos connects, but it goes over. Robben once again goes through on goal, but Puyol does enough to send him off bounds, and Casillas makes the save. The ball just won't go in. And with that, we head to extra time. Which team will be the first to break the deadlock? And who will do it? Iniesta sends Fabregas through, but he isn't able to capitalize. Fabregas dribbles through, but once again doesn't get the shot right. We head into the second half of extra time, and center back John Hantiga makes a rough foul on Iniesta that gets him a yellow and sent off. In the resulting free kick, Xavi isn't able to capitalize, but now Fabregas makes the pass to Iniesta, and in this moment, he could score and become the hero of Spain. Can he do it? He does it. Iniesta, in the 116th minute of extra time, has just scored the winning goal for Spain in the World Cup final. And in a moment of beauty, he dedicates his celebration to his friend, Dani Jarque, who had unfortunately died of a heart attack the year prior. And now Spain had closed it out. They were World Cup champions for the first time in their history, a historic moment that will live in the heart of Spain forever.